Most people never realize that they're stuck in the middle class because, it feels pretty comfortable. The problem is, comfort makes you settle, and that's the reason why most people never see what they're truly capable of. And we want you to reach your full potential, my friend. So in this video, we're exposing how the middle class trap works, walking you through the exact step-by-step process to escape it, and showing you what life really looks like when you're financially rich. Welcome to Alux, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Now, most people grow up believing that the middle class is the finish line, right? You work hard, you get a job, you buy a house, and if you do all of that, you've made it. And your fridge will never be empty, you can drive a decent car, and even take a vacation when you can afford it. Yeah, it's nothing flashy, but if you're looking around and thinking, this is kind of my situation, do not take that for granted. Compared to poverty, being middle class is a massive privilege. But what nobody talks about is that the middle class, especially in wealthy countries, isn't just a social position you arrive at. It's a system that somebody designed for you. Think of it like living inside of a box. The walls are padded with comfort, enough income to cover your needs, just a little bit left over for some wants and some reassurance that you're doing fine. But those same walls have invisible limits, right? They're not built to help you discover your full potential, financially or personally. Instead, their only goal is to keep you productive enough to keep the system running, but not free so you could walk away from it entirely. If you ask most middle-class people how long they could survive if they stopped working right now, the answer is probably like 1 to 2 months at most. They can't get off the hamster wheel because they don't have the financial freedom if they're living paycheck to paycheck, no matter how big that paycheck is. But the thing is, the trap works because it rewards the behaviors that keep you in it. You get your yearly raise and it's like, great, here's a slightly higher credit limit. Go get yourself a bigger mortgage and a nicer car. On the surface, it looks like you're getting richer, but it only means that your life is getting more expensive. So over time, your choices, your habits, even your personal dreams begin to match what's reasonable for somebody with your income. Poverty is obvious, okay? You feel it every day, but what's so dangerous about the middle class is that it's quiet. It's not urgent. It's not painful enough to force you into action. It just sits there in the background of your life, slowly making you complacent. And that's the real danger, okay? You stop questioning what's possible for your life because the system you're in makes it feel like you've already got enough. Breaking out of this trap starts with seeing it for what it is, a system designed to keep you busy until your productive years are over. But the good news is, there is a way out. In fact, there's a clear set of steps that anyone willing to think and act differently can follow. And the goal isn't just to get you a little bit richer, it's to build the kind of life where you've got full financial freedom. You can travel the world and you don't have to answer to anybody. So let's break it down, okay? Here's how you escape the middle class and join the ranks of the rich. So, your first step here is going to be recognizing that you are, in fact, in a trap. Until you acknowledge that, you'll keep playing the same game with the same rules and the same limits. Now, this isn't about hating the middle class or resenting where you're at. It's simply about getting brutally honest with yourself and saying, I'm here now, but I'm capable of more, and I refuse to let that go to waste. That decision is more important than you could ever realize because that is the moment you stop making decisions based on what is safe and start making decisions based on where you want to be. Now, whether you realize it or not, making this commitment comes with another one. You're committing to sacrifice, and it's better to accept that reality now than to be caught off guard later. Because, as obvious as it sounds, in order to change your life, you have to change your life. That means embracing risk, it means embracing discomfort, and it probably means working harder than you ever have before. Once you accept that, then you can start. So, if step 1 is about deciding to leave the trap, step 2 is about building the tools to actually do it. And the most powerful tools you can have are high-income skills. We're talking about stuff like sales, marketing, copywriting, coding, product design, leadership negotiation. rare, in-demand, and scalable skills that allow you to create opportunities, solve big problems, and get paid for it. And the best part about learning high-income skills is you don't need anybody's permission to get started. See, when you've got a set of valuable skills, you don't have to wait for a boss to give you a raise. You can find or create opportunities anytime you want, no matter where you are in the world. And if you want to get paid more, just learn a skill that's going to solve bigger problems. The middle class gets stuck because their income is directly tied to their time, and their time is capped at 24 hours a day, right? The rich break that link by selling value instead of hours, and the way you do that is by learning even more valuable skills. Yeah, it takes a lot of work and a good amount of time if you actually want to get good at something, but remember, this isn't about adding a few extra dollars to your paycheck. It's about having the ability to make money on your own terms. Now, if you want to dive deeper into the exact skills that can get you there, you should check out the Alux app. We've gone out and hired some of the best people in the world at what they do. People who normally charge thousands of dollars for their time, and we get them to share exactly how they do it, step by step, so you can learn directly from them. It's like having the world's best coach for building wealth, negotiating closing deals, or mastering communication and a ton of other skills right in your pocket. Inside, you'll find lessons on high-value skills like negotiation, personal finance, entrepreneurship, and wealth creation, along with things like getting your mindset right, building discipline, staying motivated, and even staying fit. Hundreds of thousands of ambitious people use the Alux app every day because, simply put, it works, okay? This year, we even helped to mint a few new millionaires. So if you're serious about getting out of the middle class and into the ranks of the rich, this is the perfect place to start building the skills that will take you there. Just download the app, scan that QR code on screen, and you'll get a special 25% discount on your yearly plan. All right, back to today's topic, shall we? So, step 3 is to build your first profit machine, because by this point, you've built one or a few valuable skill sets, and now it's finally time to put them to work. Now, whether you realize it or not, this is the moment you become an entrepreneur. And if that sounds intimidating, look, okay, entrepreneurship isn't as complicated as people make it out to be. At its core, it's just about finding people who have a problem you can solve with your skills and getting paid to solve it for them. That is it. So here's where you start to build what we call your first profit machine. At this stage, it's not about building the next Facebook, okay? It's just about creating something that makes money and teaches you the fundamentals of running a business, because the sooner you start, the sooner you learn how to find customers, deliver value, and get paid for it. And that's worth more than any book, course, or degree. The best way to get going is to start with something you're already good at. If you're a writer, offer copywriting services. If you're great with numbers, do bookkeeping for local businesses. If you can design code, sell, teach, fix, build, or train dogs, there's someone out there willing to pay you for it, guaranteed. The beauty of this step isn't the money. At first, your business might just cover your rent, but the identity shift that comes with that money changes everything, okay? You stop thinking like an employee who waits for permission, and you start thinking like a builder who creates opportunities. And once your profit machine is running, you face your next big challenge. Step 4 is to reinvest in scale. If you've made it this far, you're making money and you already know you can make some more. But here's where people in the middle class and even many first-time business owners totally blow it. They get a taste of extra income and they immediately go looking for ways to spend it. A bigger house, a nicer car, fancier vacations. And we talked about this already, right? It's why middle-class people can't afford to get off the hamster wheel. Instead, you have to do what the rich do. Reinvest your profits back into your growth. This means upgrading your tools so you can work faster and deliver more value, improving your system so the business runs smoother, and most importantly, investing in people. You see, a lot of ambitious people insist on doing everything themselves, and they end up getting caught in the freelance trap. Sure, you are your own boss, but you're also your only employee, and that's not a business, that's just self-employment with a few extra steps. If your goal is to truly get rich, like millionaire status, you have to free up your time so you can focus on strategy, growth, and creating new income streams. And that means finding great people, training them, trusting them, and paying them well. Once you commit to reinvesting, your business stops being a personal side hustle and starts becoming a real wealth-building machine. But the thing about this step is it's not a one-and-done kind of thing. Reinvesting is something you'll do over and over as many times as it takes until your machine reaches the number that feels rich to you. For some people, that might mean a few $100,000 a year. For others, it might mean millions. But the formula doesn't change, okay? Keep pouring resources back into the business. Keep making it bigger, faster, and more resilient until it's making as much money as you want it to. But here's the thing, okay? Making money isn't the same as building wealth. No matter how good your business is, there's always a risk. You could have a bad year, a major client could disappear, entire industries could get disrupted overnight. If your lifestyle depends entirely on your business running perfectly, you're basically walking a tightrope with no safety net. And if something knocks you off before you're ready, you could end up sliding right back into the middle class. After all of this work, that is the last thing you want, right? And that's why step 5 is to build your wealth system. This is what's going to let you live the lifestyle you want without constantly worrying about the next sale, the next client, or the next month's revenue. And the system looks like this, okay? First, there's your business or businesses. That's where the money is made, but it's not where your lifestyle comes from. Instead of paying for your lifestyle directly out of business profits, you take that money and you put it into your growing pool of investments. This is your wealth. You know, your stocks, real estate, all of the assets that produce a steady stream of returns for you. And it's those returns that pay for your day-to-day life. With this system, creates a powerful chain reaction where the more your business earns, the more assets you own, and the more assets you own, the more income you have coming in without lifting a finger. And think about it, okay? If something happens to your business, you can still pay for the same lifestyle you've always had because your wealth stays intact. Sure, it might stop growing for a little while, but your day-to-day life doesn't change. When you've got both of these, a business you can grow and a pool of wealth that keeps paying you, that is when you're no longer tied to the hamster wheel, and that's the foundation of true wealth, my friend. When you stop worrying about how much you made this month and start thinking about how many decades you can live exactly the way you want. Which means you've officially made it to the rich life that we've been talking about, and from here, the only direction left to go is up. So, what exactly does it mean to be rich? Well, you're probably a multimillionaire, which means that for most things, you've built a life where money is no longer the deciding factor in what you can or can't do. Your bills are covered by income that flows in whether you're working or not. You can travel when you want, upgrade your home if you feel like it, and treat yourself and the people you care about to the good life. Not just on special occasions, but whenever you want to. It means you're not chained to an office or a boss. You choose the projects that you work on, the people you spend time with, and the goals you pursue. It means security. You've got assets working for you and a lifestyle supported by wealth you've already built. So if you followed these steps, you've done more than just make money, right? You've bought back your time, your choices, and your freedom. You're living life on your own terms, and that's what being truly rich is all about. Because look, okay, at the end of the day, this was never just about the money. It was about unlocking your potential, pushing yourself past limits you never thought you could. The money is great, sure, but the real prize is the person you become while earning it. Alright, Aluxer, if this video inspired you to reach your true potential, drop a like and let us know in the comments which step you're working on right now. And if you're serious about keeping up momentum and building the skills that can take you to millionaire status, you need the Alux app in your daily routine, my friend. Hundreds of thousands of ambitious people use it every single day because it works, and we would love to see you on the inside too. Just download the app, scan that QR code on screen, you'll get an exclusive 25% discount on your yearly plan. All right, my friend, keep building, keep growing, and keep living your best life. We'll see you back here next time. Until then, take care.